Good morning, students. I am Vibha Madan, Assistant Professor in Psychology, Government Postgraduate College for Women, Sector 14, Panchkula. Today I will discuss about adolescence characteristics and problems of adolescence. What is adolescence? Adolescence is derived from Latin word adolescere meaning to grow up or to grow to maturity. It is the age of physical and psychological human development generally occurring during the period from puberty to legal adulthood, age of majority. The period of adolescence is most closely associated with the teenage years, though its physical, psychological, and cultural expressions can begin earlier and end later. Three main stages of adolescence can be described as early adolescence, 9 to 13 years, characterized by a spurt of growth and development of secondary sexual characteristics. Mid adolescence, 14 to 15 years. This stage is distinguished by the development of a separate identity from parents, of new relationships with peer groups and the opposite sex, and of experimentation. Late adolescence, 16 to 19 years. At this stage, adolescents have fully developed physical characteristics similar to adults and have formed a distinct identity and have well formed opinions and ideas. Main characteristics of adolescence. Transition period. Adolescence is a transitional period from childhood to adulthood with an onset that includes pubertal maturation and an offset that is marked by independence from the parent. The period of important bodily changes. Adolescents experience onset of puberty, develop secondary sex characteristics, become highly self conscious, body image can affect self image. Period of sex awakening. Adolescents experience increase in sexual feeling and may engage in sexual behavior without realizing consequence. Ambiguous status. In adolescence, person's status is unclear and full of ambiguity. A period of emotional instability. Adolescents are unpredictable emotionally, are sensitive and prone to outbursts. They are vulnerable to emotional pleas and can be easily manipulated. Age of problems. The adolescent is a problem individual. There are many problems around him, and he needs help and guidance for their solution at every step. Age of unhappiness. Adolescence is an age of unhappiness. There are many reasons for unhappiness, which includes social pressure, high level of aspiration, uncertainty, idealism, sex frustration. Period of recapitulation of infancy. Adolescence is a period of recapitulation of infancy, as many of the characteristics of adolescence are similar with the characteristics of the infancy period. Period of fantasy. Adolescents start living in the fantasy world and imagine themselves as the most beautiful, powerful, and wealthy person. Age of hero worship. The adolescent may choose his hero from history or from some piece of literature, or an imaginary character may also occupy the place of a hero in his mind. Occupation and religious consciousness. Desire a deeper relationship with God and show interest for future career prospects. Other characteristics, it includes aggression and suicidal tendencies. Common problems of adolescence. Too much importance to physical appearance. Both boys and girls experience physical and bodily changes. They become too much conscious of their physical appearance. Sexual behavior related problems. Adolescents are full of sexual energy due to which the pubertal changes take place. Girls experience menstruation and boys experience nocturnal emission. Aggression. Adolescents become more aggressive and show aggressive tendencies. Drug abuse. Adolescents show physical and psychological dependence on the drugs like cocaine, cigarette smoking, alcohol, and other intoxicating substances. Rebellious attitude. Adolescents show rebellious attitude towards parents and teachers. Emotional instability. Adolescents experience emotional instability. Their emotions and feelings change rapidly. Problem of identity. An adolescent asks question to himself: who am I? What I look like? What I want to become in life? In this way, adolescent tries to establish self-identity. Irritable, inattentive behavior problem. Adolescents show irritable and inattentive behavior problems. Adolescents show irritation towards trivial things and issues. They also show lack of attention problem. Other behavior problems include lying, stealing, suicide, and adjustment problems, etc. Excessive daydreaming. Daydreaming is normal at this stage, but when it grows to excessive, it may be injurious as far as development of personality is concerned. Economic independence. This is another problem of economic independence. Money from parents for personal expense is a major problem. Excessive energy. Adolescence is the stage of excessive energy. Intake of food is increased in this stage and general health is also improved. The result is excessive energy. The adolescent needs more activity for catharsis of excessive energy. Emancipation. It is the ambition, freedom from parental sovereign. Individual hates control of the parents. He seeks identity to himself. Emotional tension. Emotional development is at maximum and unstable. Self respect and personal pride make the individual emotionally bad. He expects the things to be done as he aspires. Now, here are some of the morphological developmental problems: overgrowth of hair or undergrowth of hair, overweight and underweight, skin color problems, facial deformities, pimples, etc., limb deformities, abnormal growth of genitals and breast. There are psychological problems. Ignorance about many basic facts leads to psychological problems like misconceptions about sexual feelings, sex related issues, misconceptions about childbirth, reproduction, misconceptions about coitus, menstrual cycles, fear about sex and sexual issues, guilt feeling, and sex related problems. Other psychological problems include inferiority superiority complex about skin color, beauty, mental ability, and IQ. Unexplainable perceptions about dress and fashion codes. Wrong and unrealistic ideologies about friendship and courtship. Perceptual or communicational or preconceived complications about teachers and parents, attraction towards opposite sex, unrealistic and illogical curiosity about sex and sex related issues. Now, here are some of the social problems: anticipated unemployment and insecurity due to unemployment, unwarranted and unexplainable hatredness toward brothers, sisters, and friends, intense closeness with brothers, sisters, friends, unpredictable and volatile relationship with friends, unrealistic social perceptions about violence, love, sex, or influenced by media, unusually vulnerable and volatile relations with relatives, fear, imagination about married life, life partners. Here are some of the educational problems: tensions of attending the classes, examinations, and tests, low IQ feeling, fear about failure in examination, fear about low score, fear and concern about a future career, misconceptions about teachers, lack of interest in studies.